derm.com or call 844-DERM-DOC now.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 4/7/2023, and I just want to wish everybody a happy Passover. Mine's not until next weekend. It's a Greek Orthodox observance, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Look, guys, since you're flat earthers, we all know there's a creator out there. There's one creator that created all of this for us. Okay. He or she, whoever it may be, loves you. And when you leave this place, you'll find out the truth. Unfortunately, we don't want to wait until that point. But anyway, you know, I was never really. I was a realist, you know, before Flat Earth. That's what I was. You know, I was the idiot that didn't believe that none of this was created by an intelligent God, computer programmer, who knows? But how stupid I was. To think that I was an insignificant little speck corkscrewing through the universe at infinite speeds. Oh, yes, guys, I just heard. They just managed to find, they call it the runaway black hole. Oh, it's beautiful, guys. Beautiful. A runaway black hole. It's nice. And it's the size of, I don't know. Oh, I think it said if it was in our solar system, it would go from the Earth to Saturn or something they made up in like 3 seconds. It's traveling very fast, guys. That's fast. Amazing. Oh, and the one thing that really got to me, this is really, it has a contrail of stardust. That's what really fucking annoyed me. That's the only reason why I'm reporting about this, is because they even included contrail of stardust. So that's how they could see it. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Beautiful. All right. Anyway, today's Friday. I'd like to give you a little think about it Friday, and I want you to think about things. Why don't we start off with the sun? See, the sun is a plasma, or some sort, something like that. It certainly isn't solid. And it certainly isn't as far away as they say it is. It's close and it's local. And the reason why us flat earthers know that is because when we look at the sun and we're in a plane, it forms this hot spot there. See, that's not possible at all, the least bit, with something that's 93 million miles away. It would be saturating the entire sky. Seasons, as far as I'm concerned, would not be possible on a globe Earth. On a flat Earth, it makes sense, with it being very, very small. Very, very local, like a spotlight, creating it, and moving like a record player. You know how a record player works? Yeah, that's exactly what the sun does. It's a time. The tides, same thing. Just because the moon is in an area where the tide is the highest doesn't mean it's creating the tide. It's telling you that the tide is coming. These are all things to think about. Okay. This is another thing I'd like to get into, and I've heard many stories of it, different opinions of all sorts. and that would be NDE, near-death experiences. Have you been a victim of that? I haven't, so I can't give you my own personal view on it. However, I do know a couple of people that have actually been through that. And the research that I've done on it is, really, it's amazing, what you hear. Now, what I'm talking about, I have a phone call coming in, but I can't answer it. I'm sorry, guys. What I'm talking about is that the fact that there's one thing that everybody always says, and that's they leave their body. Okay, then that makes sense. Okay. In a non-digital world and also in a digital world. Yes, guys, this is the possibility of beyond flat Earth, the plausible possibility of beyond flat Earth. In a digital world, that would probably happen. And in, a regular world, it probably would happen too. It would make sense. Or they would just die and that's it. Blackness. In a digital world, you're going to continue. You don't die. Okay. Now, the fucked up thing about it is, which I find amazing, is not one single person that I've seen interviews with have ever bothered. I mean, how could you? You're dead. But to go over to the mirror and look at themselves. So what do you look like when you leave your body? Okay? The reflection. Can you see yourself? That's the one thing that I don't understand. Is there's not a single story out there with anybody saying that. They say they can tell you exactly what was in the room and everything like that, and then when they come back to life, they talk about it and they say, yeah, that's right, I was talking to somebody down the hallway, and how could you have seen that? You were on the hospital bed. There's no way you could have seen that. These are all things that are very interesting. Near-death experiences. So anyway, why hasn't anybody ever tried to look in the mirror? Put that in your head. If anybody else has something like that out there, I don't know. Tell me if they've seen themselves in the mirror on a near-death experience, where they're clinically dead, and they come back to life, but they remember all of these things. Now you also hear about people talking about a light and all this other stuff. They're meeting their family members, and maybe that's true. But in a digital world, we're leaving this world, and we're going somewhere else. You're here temporarily. You're here because you asked to be here. The life that you lead, the life that you're living, is something that you've already been programmed. You programmed it. Well, the Creator programmed it, but you chose this, I believe. If it's not true, it's not true. Who knows? None of this we're going to be able to find out until we have something like that happen to us. So I'll leave you with that for Friday to think about, but I will be putting videos out over the weekend. It's Easter time for the other side of my family, so it's not really anything for me. So I can sneak out and have a little fun. All right, I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.